You're tuned into Visions, a business and community affairs program designed to encourage and promote entrepreneurship in Central Alabama.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Vision. Cedric Vaughn are excited about our guest, as always, Attorney Chuck James with the Serious Injury Law Group. Attorney James, thanks for coming to be with us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. You know, last time we talked, you were getting ready to do an event, and it was an essay contest. And so you're here tonight to talk about the results of that event.
Yes.
And what happened, because you gave out a whopping $16,000 in scholarship opportunities for our young people.
Yes, sir. We had a scholarship banquet, and we were fortunate enough to award 16 $1,000 scholarships to high school students, not just in Montgomery, but throughout the Black Belt region,
Awesome.
So Central Alabama. And we had people come in as far away as Sumter County, Livingston, Pickens County, and Carrollton, Demopolis, Selma, Tuskegee, Union Springs. It was a phenomenal experience, and it was good, really good and nurturing for our soul. And you know, big part of what we do is community involvement, and we are a community-based law firm. And this awarding these scholarships, I think, is evidence of that. But when I tell you that it was just really a life-changing experience, not for the kids per se, but for us.
Well, and I want to mention that one of the things I heard you and your partner say, your partner Gerald Brooks, is that you all both read all of the essays yourselves to validate and verify the content.
Mm-hmm. And we actually had a committee, but Gerald and I read each and every essay, and then we would then forward it on to the committee. But just some of the stories that these young people told about, and it wasn't always about, you know, who the mayor was or who the local congressperson was. They were writing about their, you know, one young lady wrote about her grandmother who didn't learn how to, she went to college at the age of 50 and didn't learn how to drive until she was 60 because grandma wanted to get her master's degree and nobody could take her to Troy. And so she learned how to drive at the age of 60, got her first car at 62.
Wow.
So she could drive to Troy and get her master's.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, so that was the question. What was the subject that you asked the students to write?
Well, we asked them to write about living history. And we didn't want, you know, mostly on these types of essay contests, people talk about history makers who are no longer with us, pioneers, civil rights leaders and whatnot. But we wanted these young people to kind of, I guess, smell the air around them and recognize people who are right there, sometimes in their own house with them. But you know, they wrote about, for instance, the young people who won from Macon County. They talked about Ms. Sullins, who was there. She's kind of like a caretaker for them. She's a dedicated educator, has been for a number of years. They talked about Dr. Harrington. In Lowndes County, they talked about the sheriff. In Marengo County, that young lady who won the state indoor track championship in the sprints, she talked about her coach and how much her coach has motivated her. Wow. And so it's just really, it was a really worthwhile and just a phenomenal experience. And the fact that I got to share it not only with my law partner, but I had my family was there, my wife was there, and it kind of validated all the long nights and the time away from the family. And my kids got to see it too, so that they can understand the importance of education, of hard work, and of being a responsible citizen. Yeah. So
it's fantastic. I tell you what, we got some photos we want to go to and let our viewers see now and just get a glimpse of what happened. So you're standing there now with your law partner.
That's my law partner, Gerald Brooks. Gerald is, you know, this hit home for Gerald because he's from Sumter County originally, Marengo County. He also has ties to Pickens County. His wife, Stacy, is from Dallas County, and my wife, Loria, she was the chief deputy prosecutor in Dallas County, Wilcox County, Bibb, and Perry County. So we're familiar with these counties, and it meant a lot to us to be able to do something for the people who live there, particularly the young people, because so many times lawyers come in and they just really want to vulture from these communities. They only want to take from Tuskegee, but they never want to give back to Tuskegee. They want to take from Union Springs, but never want to give back to Union Springs. And so that's what we were trying to accomplish.
Well, I tell you, you did it. Okay, our next slide we got here. These are the combined group of winners.
That was a combined group of those in attendance.
Yeah.
Some people couldn't make it just due to conflicts, but those are our serious scholars.
Yes,
and,
serious.
And they've got those $1,000 checks, and they appear to be happy.
They are happy. They are happy. We got one more slide. One person on the next slide. He wants to make sure everybody sees what he got, see the opportunity that you afford everybody.
Yeah.
So we're very, very excited. What kind of feedback did you get? There's another group shot. And what kind of feedback did you get from the parents, even in the community, about the program?
And the parents have given us a lot of feedback. Parents were crying. Because a lot of times it's hard work being a parent, and it's even harder to be a good parent and to encourage your child to go to class, to go to church, to be respectful of their elders, to run with the right crowds and stay away from the many distractions that life can throw at you. And for the parents, it was a sense of validation for them that, hey, I've done something right. And we also invited the teachers who nominated these students, and it was a way for us to recognize the teachers, because as you know, being a teacher, is a very people don't give teachers their just due in our society.
And for the impact that they're making. Yeah.
And that was one thing that was big for us, and so we gave the teachers, the sponsoring teachers, we gave them gift certificates, and we gave the honorees, the essay subjects, we gave them a plaque to commemorate.
Well, now that's one of the things I wanted to mention to you, Attorney James, that I saw the plaque that you gave. Now, these were not little small plaques like you get. These were sizable, and I thought that was very representative of your firm, that you gave really good size plaques.
We tried. As my grandmother says, she's 90. Give people their roses while they're living, not when they're in a casket.
Right.
So many times these people have just done the right things and done right by people their entire lives. And sometimes when you do the right things, you wonder, is it worth it? Because is anybody paying attention? Is anybody even listening to what I have to say?
Right.
And this is our opportunity to show them, hey, we're listening.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, and these young people are listening.
Yeah. Well, you did that, and we want to touch base on that here in a second again. But one of the things that you like to make sure that we understand when you come out and talk to us is the importance of having a local lawyer.
Well, that's one thing that I preach, because we consider ourselves local lawyers. We've got offices in Montgomery, but we're also in Lowndes County, and we are within very quick driving distance to Macon and Bullock and many of these counties that we're awarded scholarships to. We're in tune with these counties. We know what's going on in the communities. We know the judges there. We know the mayor, the school board, and it's important to us to give back. And being a local attorney and being so tied into the community, it's good for us. It's good for our clients, because we can kind of read the tea leaves. We know what's going on. We know what the climate is down there. And getting a lawyer who's from another city or another state or a super big law firm, they're not going to be as in tune and as in touch with the climate in those communities as we will be.
Yeah.
And we oftentimes it works out to our clients' benefit or to their advantage that that we do have our ear to the ground, so to speak.
Well, one of the things that you're also letting us know is just about people contacting you when they've been in a situation where they've been prescribed the wrong prescription. Mm-hmm. And how does that normally work when this happens, and then them making contact with you and you go to help resolve it? Well,
unfortunately we've seen a lot of what we call wrongful prescription cases come into our office, where there are medications where there may have been a recall on them or a black box warning, and just to rewind a little bit, but everything from even though talcum powder is not a prescription medication, it's still a lawsuit against Johnson & Johnson, so we consider that like a pharmaceutical type case. Okay. But we handle those cases, but we also handle cases against pharmacies and against drug manufacturers for putting defective drugs or drugs which have known side effects or health risks, putting those out into the stream of commerce, and people are injured by it. Also, within that same nexus, there are situations where a doctor may prescribe the wrong medication or overprescribe medication to someone, and they could have adverse effects from it. Then still you have other situations where, you know, the doctor wrote the prescription right, and there's really nothing wrong with the medication, but the pharmacist got something wrong. They put you know, you're supposed to get one antibiotic, but they gave you something with penicillin, which you're allergic to, and you wind up, you know, having some adverse health effects from it. So.
Well, you know, you know, as far as representing your clients, there was a well-known person in our community recently who I understand, you know, passed away. It was a trucking accident, and that resulted in her death. And so these are real things that happen every day.
Yeah, unfortunately, and giving these scholarships help me, because a lot of times what we deal with is the blood, the guts, and the gory side of it. You deal with insurance companies who don't seem to value life. Right. You deal with defense lawyers who are telling you why they're not going to pay you anything because your client was in bankruptcy at the time that 18-wheeler ran them over, or your client may have gotten arrested a time or two, or may have been behind on their child support, therefore their life wasn't worth anything. So I have to deal with that type of stuff, and Gerald deals with that too. And, you know, to be able to overcome those obstacles and people telling you no, 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 no all day. But to contrast that to, you know, these scholarships and seeing the good in people, in these young, impressionable minds, you know, that's what made it all worthwhile and just made it click for us. It validated everything that we, you know, that we go through with the cases and the defense firms and the insurance companies. It makes it all worthwhile to come back and be able to reward young people for doing the right things.
Well, I tell you, it's really good. Well, we're getting our cue, Mr. James. We got to move along as always. You have an office in Montgomery.
Yes, sir. We're located in Birmingham by the Galleria. We have an office in Montgomery downtown on Scott Street. We have an office in Lowndes County, right behind Bell Funeral Home. And we also have a Mobile office, which is located in the RSA Battle House Tower, right there on Water Street.
Excellent. All right. Well, we're excited as always. We really always love talking to you. Just kudos over and over and over again about the essay contest. We're going to invite you again to come back and talk about the next project. Thanks for coming to be with us again. And that's going to do it for us on this segment of Vision. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.